So are we gonna ask how Fang fell over and almost died, but whatever knocked him over just left him alive, I guess? Maybe one of those coconuts just hit him in the head.
So this is how it ends.
Just wait. Now, how long has it been since we left Cocoon? Not a single soul for miles around? Not a single clue about this whole sea mess? What I'm saying is, we did well just getting this far.
But we could go a little further.
Meaning?
There's still one place.
Vanille?
Oh,
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
You know, if we don't find anything this time, we won't get another chance.
Erba. The place it all began.
Hope.
The place where the Pulse Falsi lay dreaming. Vanille and Fang's home. Just maybe, it'll be the place where we find the answers we're looking for.
Yeah, right. If we can get there.
Go ahead without me.
We can't just leave you.
I'll be fine. You've all taught me so much. You showed me how to fight.
What did I tell you? Leave the fighting to me.
I'm scared.
We understand. You're not gonna go through this ordeal alone, you know. Huh?
That's what scares me. I don't want to see you get hurt because of me. It'd be better for everyone if I just stayed behind.
Mention ordeals, and look what comes along! This is not an ordeal. This is a gift. Hope! This is the kind of power you've got inside, and it's telling you not to give up. Trust me.
Oh, I get it. It's here to show you the way. Show you that you've got what it takes to get back on your feet and do this thing.
You mean that came from me?
Ready?
Do I even have to say it? Do I even have to say it, or do we just move on? Once again, we have this great moment with Hope where he says this big speech and he's finally on the same page and he's finally accepting that he can do this. And then 2 seconds later, I mean, granted, there was a bit of a time skip, but 2 seconds later, I can't do it. Oh no, I'm not strong enough. Go out without me. And then the Eidolon appears. It's the same thing every time. It's like we have to force a character to be broken just so we can get the Eidolon fight. Because we just had this moment with him. Like, just wait to have that moment until after this fight. What is the problem here? Why do they keep screwing this up? Just wait until after this fight and then have him give the speech. But don't have him give the speech and then immediately go back to not having hope. Like, what? They do it so often. Like, just move the scene. Just move it to after this. Then have him give the big speech. It would have been perfect. I don't understand how they keep screwing this up. It's so frustrating. I had something else to say about that scene, but now I forget what it was. Because that just, I couldn't believe it. They did that. Oh, I was gonna ask, why did they not think to go there early? I mean, they didn't actually say how long they've been here, but it seems like they've been here for at least like weeks or something. So they've been here for weeks just walking around fighting turtles. Even though they know they're on a time limit. Like this whole time they've been like, we have to rush or else we're gonna turn into Seath. So they know they're on the time limit, but they just walk around for weeks before they're finally like, okay, let's go to the place that's probably gonna have the answers. But I don't understand why. I don't understand why they would wait so long. And Hope apparently already knew. Lightning, they said, and Fang was like, are you sure you want to go there? And then Lightning said, if we go there, we won't, what did she say? She said, like, we won't have time to make another, we won't have time to come back, we won't have time for another answer or something like that. Why would she say that? Would she have said that weeks ago? Like, what? I don't understand. That was such a weird, I don't know why she said that. I'm trying to think of like maybe they all thought about going there, but they figured once they went there, they couldn't come back, so they wanted to search this entire area first. But that seems like a stretch. I don't buy that. I don't know. That was just odd. Anyways, I'm Hope now, so yikes. Supreme. Still just says chain bonuses, so I have no idea what any of this is.
Give it your best shot.
At least I have some good support stuff. I'm dead.
This isn't fair.
Well, yeah, Hope's like got 50,000 CP. He's like essentially level 5 at the moment. Oh great, I have to run into the fight so I can level him up. Wait, you can pause the loading? What the heck? Like before the cutscene loads in, you can pause. 60,000 CP, alright. This will be interesting. I got him on the level 4 board where all the stats are really big. So that helped a little bit. I really wish I had Vanille and not Fang. Wait, can I change it? Oh. Okay. I guess I'll keep going with this really high expensive commando stuff. Fang, you're so close. No. So close. I just need survivability. Critical shield. That might be the one. Oh, I forgot to change my paradigms. It's fine. Make it work.
This'll be quick.
I only have one synergist roll.
Give it your best shot.
That's not great. That synergist has so many abilities, it's hard to get through the list.
This isn't fair.
I had protect. Where's I had protect. How's it going, Snipes? Good to see you, man. Oh no, do I have to redo that every time? Oh no. Oh no. It might be here a minute. Alliance, thank you for the raid, man. Hope you had a good stream. Oh no. Oh no. Give me that accessory slot. Okay. That's good. That will help. Alright, just stay alive. Maybe I should do this too. Oh boy, okay. I hope this guy isn't that bad. Nice block. You need some information. I don't know what to do. That seems to have worked. Yields to those who heal the wounded. Well, that's good. Come on, but at least he's really slow. Like, super slow. Like, takes him 9 years to attack slow. That's definitely helping. Oh, just keep going, just keep going, just keep attacking. Thank God.
Here I go!
Thank God that's over. Again, that one wasn't really a puzzle either. The first ones were like cool puzzles, but Alexander and Bahamut were pretty lame. Just attacked. Also, I like the idea of Hope's Eidolon being just freaking massive Alexander tank.
That's some beast you tamed. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
It's kind of a callback to when he
always
jumped
thought
on that
The
machine.
Eidolons appeared to set us free through death. But now, I think maybe they're here to snap us out of our slumps.
Oh, like the one you were just in?
I'll ask for help earlier next time around.
I told you. On Grand Pulse, we're all family. You can moan all you like, but you're stuck with us.
You're never alone in hell.
Listen, funny man, don't call this place hell, all right?
So, we're all decided then.
But we all called it that earlier and you didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Maybe nothing would change. And maybe we'd hit a dead end. But we were at least going to see where the road would take us. The search for a home buried in the past, and the faintest glimmer of hope. Our final journey had just begun.
Do you guys feel like the whole time skip would have worked better if we got some kind of like montage instead of just one line where Saz said, "We've been here for a while"? Like, I feel like we should have seen a bit more of the time skip. Oh my God, an open field. Wait.
Let's go.
This looks like the Calm Lands. Also, these are all enemies we've already fought, but I was really excited for new enemies.
This stone, it's...
Look familiar?
It's a kind of Seath. It's in the last stage.
A Seath.
Don't worry. It's no threat to anyone anymore. Lassie that fail their focus becomes Seath and wander the wilds. Eventually, they lose the will to go on and turn to stone. But still, even in this state, they can't forget the task they once had.
And they call out to Lassie, over and over. Complete my focus.
So they're doomed to eternal regret, huh? It's pretty horrible.
Well, hey, we should help this one out. I mean, come on, we can't just ignore it. Listen, if we fail our focus, it could be us suffering like that.
Wow, what a happy thought. That's not like you.
But going out of his way to help someone, that's Snow all over.
Okay, so if you're a Lassie and you fulfill your focus, you become a crystal. But if you don't, you become a Seath, and then eventually a rock. So do you want to be a crystal or a rock? When you put it that way, doing your focus doesn't really seem that great. You just become a rock either way. Hunt, yay! It is only possible to accept one mission at a time. Why? It's lame. Yay, get to redo this again. Good if I did Saboteur or Synergist. I think I did Synergist. Yeah. Well, I remember this being my favorite mechanic in the game, so there's that. The gelatinous rube beside that pond is the very ecto pudding I seek. I need only slay it to avoid becoming a Seath. I can't imagine these descriptions ever being more interesting than I had to kill that thing to not become a Seath. Because that's basically just told us the story of every single one of them. Maybe not though. Maybe they get more interesting. Yeah, I don't really know. That was going to be my next question: is why would the Fal'Cie create a Lassie just to hunt some random monster? It's not a hallway. Can you believe it? It only took us 30 hours. 28 and a half hours. But we finally got to the Calm Lands. Hey, let's play Devil's Advocate though. I think Final Fantasy X is about the same way. Takes you about that long to get to the Calm Lands, and that's kind of the first big open area. It's not even really an open area, but... So it's similar with 10.
The enemy off balance.
But the pacing in 10 is also 1,000 times better. Beside the point. Why did you just cast Asuna? In this logic, are we saying it's like remakes Midgar? No.
I'm so
The remake, you instantly had like open areas with side quests and stuff to do. Like, pretty much after the first mission, you get the town. We can go around and do side quests. So this Behemoth King is not screwing around. I don't think I can fight this thing yet. Yeah, the legendary Find Cats mission. Yeah, there is a discussion to be had, though. There's plenty of games that are as linear as this game that do it well. There's something about this game that the hallway is a problem. We talked about it before, but a lot of it has to do with the pacing and the environments and the lack of, like, level design. Because, you know, Final Fantasy X has a lot of hallways, but it also has level design. There's different paths, there's blitzball, there's trials, there's puzzles, there's rewards, there's all sorts of different things going on to, like, keep it fresh, even though technically you're just walking forward most of the time. This game has no side quests, no mini game, no, like, very rarely other paths to take. You know, nothing, not even like cities to explore with, like, even the cities were hallways. The one city we went to was a hallway, you know, like, you don't get like Luca, you can just like go around and talk to people and it's a big city. Like, none of the areas in this game feel like real places. Because it's like, you just run through it. Like, the town, the city we went to, the city that Saz and Vanille went to, didn't even feel like a city. It felt like a street. You know, you go to somewhere like Luca, it feels like a city. You can go to the bar, you can go talk to NPCs in a big circular area, you can go to all the docks and see all the teams and go into the locker rooms of the teams, and, you know, there's like a certain amount of world building that happens. There's zero world building in this game. I have no idea where I'm at half the time. I don't know the way, you know. And, you know, like I said, for me, it's like the level design is terrible. In 10, there was always like another area to explore, or, like I said, a mini game to play, or something to do other than just going straight. Here, it's either you go straight or you go backwards to grind because you can't beat the boss. And that's all it's been up to this point. Yeah, like, you know, you think about, like, okay, the Mihen High Road, that's like an obvious hallway, right? But halfway down the hallway, you go talk to what's-her-name, and you have a Aeon fight that's completely optional. And you get a reward based on if you beat her or not. You know, stuff like that. It's like, it's constantly throwing little things at you to keep it, even though it is technically a linear hallway most of the time. There's always stuff being thrown at you. So I think that, you know, when we started this playthrough, one of the two things I said that I wanted to focus on was, is this game as linear as people said it was? And the answer is yes, but more importantly, the answer is yes, but without the design that makes linear games good. You know what I mean? It's okay that it is the most linear Final Fantasy. The problem is it wasn't built to be a good linear game. It doesn't have the things that make a game like this, make a design choice like that good. Uncharted, this is not, yeah. Yeah, you know. So, I think it is as linear as people made fun of it for. The whole meme of can you turn left, can you turn right? It deserves that criticism, but that doesn't make it bad. What makes it bad is the way it was designed around that choice, because you could have made it linear and made it still work. You know, it was the other decisions they made that was really the problem. So yeah. I don't really know what caused them to create the game like this. I've gone back and forth, because part of it is the PlayStation 3. The PlayStation 3 was a terrible console when it came out. It was awful to design for, awful to develop games for. Many developers jumped ship and went to Xbox because of how bad the original PS3 was. But Square Enix was already obligated to make a Final Fantasy for PS3. And granted, this came out on Xbox too, right? But they had to make it work on PS3. So that also caused the problem with the Xbox version. And so it was probably difficult for them to create a game that's as open as Final Fantasy VII, 8, or 9, or as deep with mini games and other mechanics as 10, or a game that was absolutely massive like 12. So it was probably a case of like trying to keep it simple so that they could focus on just making it good in terms of like the combat and stuff. So that's probably the biggest issue. I think the biggest issue was this was the first Final Fantasy on PS3. But also, I think there is the case to be made that they were starting to... Well, I don't know. I was gonna say there's a case to be made that they were starting to experiment with more closed, linear, story-driven experiences, but look at what's around it. You have 10, obviously, which was like that and super popular, but then they made 11 and 12, which are the complete opposite, and then they made 14 and 15 that were the complete opposite. So the 2 games before this and the 2 games after this were some of the most open world games, you know, however you want to call it, less linear games in the whole series. So 13 really stands out in the middle of 12, 13, or 11, 12, 14, and 15. It's not until 16 that we see a game that's... And 16 isn't as linear as this, but it's got a very story-driven, do the next mission progression system, but it's also very open in its own way. But, you know, this one really sticks out in between 4 very open games. So I don't think it was a case of, well, let's try to make it more linear. I mean, maybe they did and then they realized their mistake, but I don't think so because they made 2 more. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think it was really a case of that. I truly think it was a case of this was the first game they developed for the PlayStation 3. The PlayStation 3 was notoriously bad to develop for, and so they focused more on the core gameplay mechanics and less on having mini games and side areas and other things to do and different mechanics that could kind of throw a wrench into the gameplay and make it more versatile. They just focused on the main mechanics of the game. Make a good soundtrack, make a story, make a fighting system that works, make an upgrade system that works, like just the main mechanics that the game needs, and they didn't focus as much on side content. So that's honestly my theory, but it could have been a case of them just trying new things as well. But yeah. like I said, I think it's safe to say that total. I lost my train of thought. I saw a turtle. I think it's safe to say that the problem people had with this game wasn't actually the linearity, it's everything around it. It's the way they did it. Not just necessarily, it's linear, therefore bad game. It's linear, therefore bad Final Fantasy. I can fly. I can show you the world. But yeah, just the way they went about it. Man, everything is so strong. It feels like they're trying to be like, okay, this is where you grind. Don't leave this area until you can kill the things in this area. Things are about to get tough. Which is a perfect time to implement the hunt system. So I can do that as a way to grind up some levels. So I like that. Good stuff.
And I was just getting started.
Instead of just having a really hard boss to just say like, hey, you're not ready to progress yet. Instead, give me like something to do. And then if I choose not to do it, and I get to the next boss and he kicks my butt, then I feel like it's my fault. It's not that the game is balanced poorly, it's that I had that hunt I could have done and I chose not to, and that's why I'm weak. So like that just works a lot better. Also, I need to equip something on her. Rod of Thorns. One is filled with a cruel set of thorns intended to entangle and distress the opponent. Oh, this is... What is this? This sucks. It has terrible stats and no passive ability. Sweet. So glad I found that. What? Excellent. What did I... You need your HP thing back. I could give you the gold bangle back, but nah. Yeah, I could see that. I could see a lot of people getting to this point and just... It's been so long at this point that they don't even want to explore the big world, they just want to finish the game. If it takes too long to get to the point where it opens up, people aren't going to be as willing to invest the time into it.
Thanks.
I don't think I was like that. I remember really liking the hunt system, so I remember like doing all the hunts as quickly as I could when I first played. I mean, I didn't really like it, but it was definitely my favorite part of the game. It's no Final Fantasy XII hunts, but it was something else to do, and I enjoyed it. Did you finish the game, Retro? Or did you rush forward because you were done with it and then get stuck on a boss and then quit? Because I could totally see that happening. That's what I would probably do. If I was like done with the open world and I ran forward and I got to a boss I couldn't beat, I'd be like, yeah, I'm not going back. Is there a reason that all of the Seaths are waifus? Should I even answer that question? So it... Oh, there's my hunt. Okay. The Seath rocks remind... Can I make this whole jump? Probably need a chocobo. The Seath rocks remind me of the Faiths from 10.
Must be a dull life.
What must be a dull life? What are you talking about? What? What is she talking about? Oh, the sheep. Shut up, Fang. Sheep live great lives.
Cute little furballs, aren't they?
So am I gonna get absolutely blasted by this guy or what? I feel like this is an awful, awful plan. It's level 4. What do the levels mean? Wait, the levels are all over the place. Every time I scan something, the level is just feels like a completely random number. What is that about? Well, no. When I scanned Sid, he was level like 68, so it's not Crystarium level.
Thanks.
Holy moly, Bunny! With the 13 gifted subs for Final Fantasy XIII. Let's go. Thank you so much. Holy cow. That is so thoughtful of you. Thank you. Some love in the chat for Bunny. We gotta play the alert so we can get Bunny the Bunny Hill alert. Hold on. I can't let that Bunny Hill alert go to waste. Go! Been following on YouTube, finally able to catch it live. Thank you so much. It's always awesome to see YouTube people come over.
For babies?
There we go. We got the Bunny Hill. We got the Bunny Hill. And thank you, Daniel, for the gifted sub to Bunny. Alright, so what do I get for this mission? An energy sash. We're a good Samaritan. Let's freaking go. That's not a waifu.
Now here's a view you only
It's
get
a
on
rock.
Grand Pulse.
But yeah, always great to hear people coming over from YouTube so we can see them here and chat with them. Thank you very much. $14-month reset. Yeah, so it must have been subbed just to support, but haven't been able to see it live. I know schedules don't always match up. Time runs short. Today is the day I put an end to that troublesome Iridimu. The problem, I fear, will be the pack of loyal Gorgonaspids. And I say that every day. Relatable. What about that other rock? Also, what did I... What's the thing I got? Restores a small amount of TP each time an enemy's defeated. That's pretty nice, actually. The stat boosts are too good, though. Like, restore a small amount of TP when I kill an enemy, or, like, get 60 strength. Seems like that's always going to be better. Although, I will say, the boost I'm getting from my equipment is getting less and less potent because my overall strength is higher. Like, back when I first got this, I only had like 200 strength, but now I have almost 400 without it, so it's slowly tapering off. Oh my god, that guy is zooming. Yeah, like I always say, you know, even if the schedule for the Twitch doesn't really fit for you, anytime you can come by and stop by, I always really appreciate it. Even just to say hi and immediately leave, like, still, just the fact that you took any amount of time to come say hi, I always really appreciate that. I was gonna heal, but I can kill this guy. Welcome back yet. It's going well. We reached a really wide hallway. The widest hallway of all time. Yes, it's the Calmlands. Do you remember how much the game in terms of specialized strats and game mechanics? Pretty much nothing. I remember the final hunt, that's it, in terms of mechanics. Because it was one of my favorite fights in like any Final Fantasy. I just thought the gimmick of that fight was really cool, so I always remembered it. I also remember it for being either the first or one of the first of my videos to get absolutely smashed by the copyright system. So that's cool. Should I... Yeah, Vercingetorix. It's me. So wait, this is the one I already did. What the heck? Okay, you can reattempt it. I don't know if 3 stars is the highest or if it's like a regular fight and it goes up to 5. Because there's no like grayed out stars. 3 might be the best. I mean, I did kill it pretty fast, so I would imagine that was probably the best. Okay, where's the next one? Down there. Excellent. I want to kill a Behemoth King, but I don't think it's going to go very well. I do remember that. I do remember having to get full stars on all the hunts to get the last trophy. That was the last trophy I got. That's alright. It's not a big deal. Do I fight a total? What could possibly go wrong? I remember fighting so many of these turtles.